Hi, Alan.
Hi, Dolores. How are you today?
Good, good, good. So today we're going to talk about the importance of a special needs will. It's a question I get asked an awful lot of times by parents. So it would be good to have some clarification around it, if you don't mind.
No
So to
problem.
be honest, Alan, I'd rather pull my hair out now rather than think about special needs, wills, death, all that goes with it. And the problem for me as a parent is beyond of what I'm leaving here
Mm.
behind me and how to work that out properly. So, in your opinion and your expertise, what have you found in this unique way of getting things sorted for parents?
I suppose the big thing I try to help parents on is try not to think too far. And what I mean by that is, it is obviously incredibly hard to be thinking about the future. And what you just said there is what I hear constantly. I'd say 99% of my appointments are Zoom consultations nowadays. When I meet with parents, they're none of them, they all seem to put it on the long finger. They don't want to kind of face up to this because it is a very kind of harsh thing to kind of face up. But as I said, what we'll do, we'll talk about it today, but really blocks of time, keep it nice and simple, and in the sense just try solve the next 5 years. And the big thing I see, I think, with parents is to try solve for 20 years, 30, 40 years, and you can't do that. It'll drive you mad. What you can only do is just maybe put the will, put everything in place for the next 5 years, and these are things that everybody can achieve.
Okay, so what happens if a parent of a child with additional needs passes away and they do not have a will made?
The actual honest truth is the parents have really messed up. And what I mean by that is they've created an awful lot of issues for their children, for all their children, not only their child with additional needs. It gets very messy. And what actually happens, and the government actually step in, and it's the government laws and rules that actually come in place. And as you can imagine, as a parent, you might have specific things that you would wish for to happen with your child. But because you don't have a will, there's no instructions there, there's no legal instruction. So therefore the government come in, and for instance, if your children are under the age of 18, they decide where they go, they decide if it's a residential provider, they make all these type of decisions. The other thing they can also do as well on the financial side of it, they can make your child a ward of court, which means basically that your child then is taken in through the court system, and all the financial decisions on behalf of your child will be made through the court system. And again, not by you or not by a person that you've nominated as a guardian or a trustee. So they're the probably main issues.
Yeah, it's pretty scary, really, when you think about it. You
It
know,
certainly is. And I think the best thing I always say to parents, don't think about it, just get it done and put it away. Because if you think about it, and as I said, and I've seen it happen lots of times where even parents pass away, or they'd say, I don't really have very much, and I've seen it plenty times, parents who, might just have only a house, it's kind of, that is more than enough. And I've seen it many times, more than enough to stop your child getting access to entitlements or really creating havoc in their future when you do pass away.
and Alan, what's the difference about just having a standard will?
Yeah, that's something I just wanted to highlight there, because an awful lot of parents just go to the solicitor and just have a normal kind of, we call it bog standard will, which is just your normal type of will. And the main issue with that, if you have the standard will, is that if your child needs any access to means tested entitlement services, again, having a standard will stop all of that. Not having a special needs will with a trust in place is the only way to kind of, we say, maintain those type of entitlements, maintain those types of services. Standard ones just don't work in this whole area when you have a child with additional needs.
And do most solicitors know this? Is it common practice?
I wouldn't say so. No, I definitely, from all my years of experience, it's not common practice. An awful lot of parents may say they might only have an interaction with their solicitor, say, when they bought their house. And in general, what you find, it's unlikely that solicitor would have a lot of experience in the special needs side of it. So again, no, you do need to give good legal advice. Please don't ever try to write your own will. I know there's these kind of things that you can write your own wills. That is just a no. That's like a must. At least go to your solicitor. And generally what you find, hopefully your solicitor can send you on to somebody with more expertise, but you do need somebody with specific expertise. And what I always try and look for as well is somebody with an interest in the area. Because law, regulations, everything changes. And again, this is the type of solicitors you should be interacting with.
Okay, so you're saying don't download something on the computer about writing your own will and just sign it off and that.
No, that is just, again, now I have a few parents who did it, they were flying on holidays and they got last second panic again. But I'm just saying, really, in general, you do need a lot of expert advice around this whole area. And as I said, you don't want to kind of make any small mistakes that could have a detrimental kind of impact on the future. So no, proper legal advice.
And Alan, how should parents prepare before they go to the solicitor with this information?
Yeah, this is the key to it all. Do you know what I mean? The key to it all is for parents to be better prepared. And what I mean by that is if you can go and obviously get a lot of information and understand what it is you're going to solicitor to do and why you're doing it, then what you'll find is the appointment you have then will be far more productive, but also you'll get the will, you know. And again, an awful lot of times I sit down with parents, do the consultation, send them to their solicitor, and the solicitor then starts encouraging them to do something differently. And again, I don't know how many solicitors would have rang in the office here, or I'd speak to parents again, and then we clarify it up. So again, it's so important. Like we have a lot of information now, parents who come to us through the consultations, you have the guardian booklets, trustee books, so they're all great. But if you're not obviously in as one of our families, do look online. We do have the videos, and in particular the online workshop video 3 is all around the wills and trusts, so have a good read of that. But look up other sites as well, look up other information, solicitor sites, and again, and get as much information you can, because obviously I'm a big strong believer, if the more information you have, the kind of more productive your conversation is. And then obviously you need to incorporate the other children as well, so it has to be something for everybody.
Yeah, that's great help, Alan. And the wills booklet we do have. And a lot of the parents that when we're finished consultations with them, they have said how much that has helped them. And actually, you gave me, I don't know, do you remember, but you gave me a very good tip yourself years ago when I found all this a little bit overwhelming
Right.
to write the will and the letter of wishes and the hospital passport. And I remember you saying to me, Dolores, just take an hour and a half every Wednesday at 1 o'clock for until 2:30 or until 2 o'clock. And every Wednesday, just come back to it. It freed my mind because I knew that's the only time I was doing that. In actual fact, in a few weeks, it was sorted.
Yeah, and
So
it's nice then to put it away, and it's nice then just to work on it, even if it's not perfect, and then put all that stuff away, and as you said, just go back to normal kind of life that way.
perfect. Well, thanks for your time today, Alan.
Okay, Dolores, take care. Bye for now.
Bye, bye.